Hi guys, welcome to the Silver Report. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2017. Silver is currently trading at $17. Gold is at $1,203. And I wanted to get into some of the economic factors that are going to be pressing in. And it's one thing that a lot of the experts are not looking into. You know, a lot of them are just numbers guys and they're looking at statistics, but really wake up and look around at what's going on in our country, at the social breakdown, the moral breakdown of the citizens of this country. Look at for example, like the Washington Post is promoting where to show up, which location for which particular issue to protest. And these things that they're talking about are not protests, they're riots. That's what we've seen in these cities, and they're covering the news and the media, saying which protests are in your area, where to go. They are using corporate media to organize protests. And what we're talking about here is something that is entirely possible and that has been warned about by certain presidents throughout history about the communist takeover of the United States of America. Because what are they protesting? The man has not even been inaugurated yet. He's only been campaigning. What are they trying to accomplish? They're not there to make their voices heard. They're there because they're being organized by these Soros-funded protest groups for an overthrow, for a revolution. And we see a societal breakdown. When have you heard of riots in recent history in the United States? No, but now it seems that they happen all the time. And it's this propaganda cycle of imagery and videos and inflaming remarks that are being cycled through the news. Think about that term. Hashtag not my president. And think about what that means. These are citizens of the United States of America disavowing loyalty to the democratically elected leader of this country. What they're talking about is a movement to overthrow the democratically elected government of the United States of America. And these are not organic protests. These are well-funded, well-planned, well-prepared, well-publicized. The mainstream media are publishing the locations of where to meet for these different protests. They are organized by controlling powers that are running these news channels. And it's something, when it comes to money trends and you're looking at just figures, that most people are not really looking at. Something I've had my eye on. I know this because I know that it's coming. It's something they've been working at for a long time, to bring chaos to the streets, to bring trouble to the streets. They want to take the firearms. They want to take the right to protest. They want to abolish the Constitution. They want martial law. They want social and economic breakdown in this country. And they are not passive actors in it. They're not just watching something take place. They are effecting it using media streams. And we see that it's not the issue that it's an individualized event or response to one person. It is a national movement that has been building and using separate causes to be able to create a resistance group to be able to fight back against the established order in the United States of America. They've taken control of the schools and the education in the schools, using the universities for propaganda. And these are the people that will be controlling business interests. These are the people that will be controlling the elections coming forward, that these young people that are being influenced into these other political camps are going to become a voting age. And we're watching right now the collapse of the American society. And so when it comes to metals, when it comes to protecting your investments, like, we don't need to wait necessarily for the world economic collapse to come into view, because we're having a society collapse as we speak. We're having a breakdown. We're having talks of California leaving the Union, and organized groups that are well-funded trying to break apart the United States of America, to replace the elected government here in the United States with some other more controlled government. You see these violent riots that they're calling peaceful protests, and the laws they're passing around it. They're passing draconian laws to come in and to limit the ability for the people to protest. And before this is all over, all these shootings that keep cycling on the news, before this is all over, they're going to come for the guns. And when they come for the guns, they're going to come for the money. And without the ability to protest, they can do whatever they want. And we see this shift, this paradigm shift in the United States, which if you look back 10 years ago, you would have never thought was possible. You would have never thought was possible. People were happy. People were prosperous. Nobody really cared about the things that were happening, buttons that were pushing, but they've slowly been pushing these laws. And more than that, changing the opinion of the populace, which was angered at the establishment. They were waking up to the establishment and the established power, and now they're able to control it and direct it. Now, the man was elected. He was elected to be the president of the United States of America. And so now it's changed dramatically, the nature of these protests, because what they're saying, not my president, they're protesting the elected government of the United States of America. They are groups that are bent on the destruction of the established ruling system. This is something that needs to take place by voting, by changing laws. The government in the United States has brought some of the greatest peace and prosperity that has been known to mankind. It's a beautiful thing, the Constitution of the United States of America, that all men are created equal for liberty. There's a reason that people came from all over the world to this place, for true freedom and ability for upward mobility for the lower classes. You can save your money and work hard and start your own business. People came from all over the world to get a part of this American dream. And they've branded in the mind of the youth the burning of the American flag, the destruction, this anti-American narrative propaganda that is being pushed by mainstream media outlets, anti-democracy. The people voted. That propaganda couldn't affect elections, and now they're using the same propaganda channels in order to enact revolt, to enact riots. We're going to see a very, very sad weekend in the history of the United States of America. Just how bad it will be. Organizing groups, organizing about 40,000 people to come down to the inauguration. In some countries, 40,000 is a military. And this is dangerous. It's dangerous for finance. It's dangerous for business. Look at the collapse of some of these countries that have been war-torn. Look at the economies, completely collapsed, useless, penniless. It's a good way to take everyone's eyes off of this bubble that's ready to burst, this economic crisis that is raging throughout the world. Blame it on social breakdown, moral breakdown, decay, as if they've been wronged. Since when you don't get your way in an election, do you get to cause violence and destruction and damage? You will see it. You will see the reports. And if you guys are in any of these major cities in the United States, stay indoors. Stay indoors. It's not worth the fight. It's not worth the attention. There's a high likelihood of danger, and crowds can be unpredictable. All right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by the Silver Report. Thank you very much. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe, like the channel, share the videos, get the word out. And thank you guys again for watching. I know I just needed to get that off my chest, because what we're seeing in this country right now is beyond numbers and statistics. It's beyond the realm of what has happened before. It's a very sad thing that is taking place here, because this is a great country. Thank you guys. Have a great day.